Hey all, welcome back to another modded Minecraft less is more episode. Gonna do a little talk about Buildcraft robots. One of the things that I want to get into is bees, and one of the things I need for bee stuff is eventually I will need seed oil. Seed oil, of course, is for uh, frames and that sort of stuff, which we'll get into probably much later. But for that, of course, you need to do some of the Buildcraft stuff. You need these lasers. These aren't cheap. That's why I don't have that many, because I don't have that many diamonds. And these are like 2 diamonds per laser to do this. And then, of course, you got some diamonds that go into making all these tables. And to make the robots, you need all 3 of these tables. So if we go in and we look at the robot, the first thing you're going to make is this little fella right here. This is where the diamonds come in also. You have to make diamond chipsets. Each one of these is a diamond, so each robot is going to cost you a diamond and a block of redstone. That's what the redstone crystal is. It's a block of redstone. You would put it in here. Your block of redstone would show up as a crystal. You click that and then start it up. Once you have your robot, you're going to make one of these redstone boards, which is just paper and redstone. You're going to go to the programming table, put your board in here, and then you'll have a bunch of different selections like carrier robot, harvesting leaf cutter, whatever. And you'll pick which one you want. It'll program it and put it here. Once you have that, you'll take your plain generic robot, put it in the integration table. He'll go in this slot, and then you can just put in your programmed board here, and it will make the robot that you want. So it's not too hard to make, just a little time consuming. The redstone crystal takes a long time to make, so just be prepared. That will take a considerable amount of time to program those out. So then once you have your robots, you'll need do I have them in here? You'll need one of these map location papers, and I don't think they're too hard to make. Just paper again and yellow dye will give you one of these. And you can reuse these. Like this one is my current farm location. You'll need to make a zone planner. The zone planner is, again, more diamonds. So you can see this takes a lot of diamonds to make this. And then once you have it, my map is a little screwed up. It keeps showing desert right here. I don't know why. I've never changed this world, but it keeps doing that. You can go in and delete the zone map in your Buildcraft area and reset that. But for what I'm using it for right now, it's fine. So right here, you can kind of see I've highlighted the area. You can zoom in or zoom out, and you have add, which will add an area, and if I want to delete this, I can delete this from here. And then once you have the area selected, you put your map in there, and it will program it and then drop it down here. And you're going to use that to kind of tell your robots what to do. Now you will need, we'll go take a look at it real quick. We'll run over to the farm. Now you will need, go sleep real quick. You are going to need gates. You're going to need 1 emerald gate per robot. So you're going to need some emeralds to do this. Now, I don't have that many. I've gotten a few more. Okay, I'm up to 10 now. Oh, we're getting some more diamonds. Looks like the Corey hit diamond level. You will need 3 emerald gates and at least 1 gold ore gate to kind of do this. And what we're going to do is fly over here. If I can. Now I moved it over here because I have a tendency to suck all this stuff up. Because what'll happen, I have 3 robots here, and you can see they're kind of doing their little thing right now. This is a harvester robot. Now what he does is when he sees these fully grown, mature plants. Now these guys are not constantly looking. It's to help cut down on lag, from what I read. So they do a scan like every couple of minutes. Damn it. Why am I picking these up? Am I too close? Okay. Alright. So the harvester's going to go out and he's going to knock those out. Now the funny thing is if it matures after he starts his action, he doesn't go after it, because you see that one's mature over there, but it matured after he got started. And the reason is when he does his scan, he goes after the ones that are mature at the time that he does his scan. So if it takes him a while to get out there and break those down and another one matures, he's not going to see it until his next round. Same with all these guys, really, because like right now you see a bunch of stuff floating around, and the second robot is this robot right here, and he's a pickup robot. He will go out and pick things up. Now I can kind of juice him by turning him off and then turning him back on again, and then he goes out and gets his stuff. He'll pick everything up and he'll take it over to this chest. Now the reason I have two on here, these are wooden pipes, transport pipes. I have two because if this guy is currently on there while this guy is coming over and he can't access this chest, he'll go back over and sit down until it's his scan again. So it's kind of wasted. So that's why there's two. And so if we look at the gates, how these things are programmed, this is just a golden kinesis pipe with power teleport pipe. It's being powered by the charcoal that we have over in the base. The emerald ore gate, this is kind of telling it what to do. So if the redstone signal is on, which it is right now, it's saying work in the area, and the area is the map location. This is not the actual map. This is just a visual representation. You could use the same map for all these guys. You'll just drop it in there and leave it. And then if the redstone signal is off, it'll go to its station, which is right here. That's its station. So if I were to turn it off, you'll see a little red light come on that says he is inactive. He's not doing anything. And that's the same for all of them. Now, you can make a device that will let you copy the settings from this one to that one to this one. I did not make that because it just doesn't take that long. Excuse me. Damn it. Everything's popping in my inventory. I don't even have magnet on. Now, over here on these, I have items in inventory, seeds. It will provide those items. So in our planner, which is this guy right here with the seed mohawk, what he'll do is he'll, when he sees a spot, like there's a spot open right now, he'll go out there and plant. Let's get him to pick some stuff up. He'll go out there and plant, and when he needs another seed, he'll come back over here, because this is saying there are seeds available to you. So he'll come get them and then plant that spot again. This isn't, we don't require fertilizer, we don't require extra dirt, it's just power is all this thing takes. The setup isn't too hard to do. See, he just dropped his stuff off. He didn't see anything else out there, so he's going to chill. But this one is the exact same thing. Items in inventory, space in inventory. That means as long as there's space in the inventory, he'll come over here and drop it off in one of these two pipes. And the harvester, or no, the seed guy, the planter, I think he's called, planter, and the picker will both come over here and use either one of these to drop off its stuff. Now I still kind of got to figure out a way to get these back over into our base area so that we can kind of automatically produce this stuff. Now you see some changes, some stuff missing. The ground's a little bit lower. I'll be lowering this again. I have plans to put a building out here. This will probably be gone eventually. But if we go down, all the power right now is by our charcoal, which remember if I put out in the last video that I moved it all over here and added a couple extra. So this is pretty much powering our base. It powers the farms, powers the robots, it powers the ethanol making stuff, and we've got a lot of it, and it just keeps growing even with constant use. The ethanol is currently just powering the quarry, and you can see here when you see 0 out of 40,000 RF, you can tell it's using every bit of it, because that number is the storage. So right now our quarry is taking all of this, and it's moving pretty quick. It's more than twice as fast as what we originally saw. Now the only downside of this is I don't have a problem with the saplings. They stay pretty constant. In fact, I think it's actually still going up. But apples get torn up. The apple juice gets torn up when this thing is running. So don't know what I'm gonna do about that. This I've actually added a second furnace over there to create charcoal to keep up with the wood production. There's just so much wood coming out of there that I added a second furnace, and I could have added an augment. Let's take a look at augments. I could have added an augment, a speed augment, but here's why I went with a second instead, because now a furnace takes 20 RF a tick, all right, to do its thing. You want to add the augment in. Okay, it's 2 times the speed, but it adds times 3 RF a tick to do it. Okay, times 3. I don't want to do times 3. That's a lot of power just for 2 times. So instead of having to use, what, 60 RF a tick, it's only using 40 RF a tick with a second one, if my maths is correct. And that means I'm saving, 20 RF a tick, which isn't, I mean, every little bit counts. We want to save it as much as we can. And this is my, as far as seed oil goes, this is kind of my blocking spot right now, is I just don't have enough seeds coming in from the little farm, so that's why I made the bigger wheat farm. But I do need to find a way to get those seeds to automatically come over here and not. Now what I would like to have is shoot, what's the, I can't remember the mod now that allowed you to do the just 1 stack at a time, or keep a stack in inventory type thing. But if you can do that with the current pipes, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go look through all the Buildcraft additional pipe stuff and see if I can find something that will do something similar to get it to do what I want it to do. So that is our progress so far. I am starting to do bees. Please let me know if you want to see how that's done. There's been some changes. If you're used to bees and you know anything about bees, the apiaris pipe has been removed, which is no big deal. Figured out a way around not having that to do the breeding. But if nobody wants to see that, I'm not going to show it. I'm just going to do it. And the reason I want to do bees really is to get things that I can't get a lot of, like diamonds and emeralds. Eventually, ender pearls won't be a problem. I just got to get to the end. I have already started making some of the flux infused stuff. The jetpack's going to take a little bit more. It's just so expensive with diamonds. It's 2 diamonds. I mean, I think it was 14 diamonds just for the legs. The other stuff, not too bad. I can do all the other stuff. It's just the diamonds kill me right now. So if I make a whole suit, I've just made the pickaxe, the shovel, and the bow. So far, those are only 3, or whether 6 diamonds, 2 diamonds, and then I want to say this was only 4 diamonds maybe. The weapons and stuff aren't too bad. They're not bad at all. Just the armor gets really, really expensive. But do you want to see bees, or do you not want to see bees? If you don't want to see bees, then I will just do them on my own. I won't force those on anybody. Some people really like bees. Other people can't stand the bees. But with this one, we actually have extra trees, which I will probably want to get into, because the best seed oil comes from, I think it's walnuts, which I want to eventually get that tree. And there's another one called Botany, which I'm not really sure. It's something about flowers, but it just seems like it's dye. And honestly, yeah, I'm not a big dye type person, so I don't know. We may look at it, but that's about that. So guys, that's it. I appreciate it. I hope this helps anybody out with robots. They're really not that hard. It's just getting to make sure you get your zone correctly when you do this. Uh, what is? I don't get this. I don't understand why that's here or what all this is. Is this stuff? Nope. Yeah, my map's all screwed up in here, but I've got it. Got it where it's working, so I'm not gonna mess with it. So guys, I appreciate you coming by. I hope it helps out. Don't forget to leave a comment and or like or just rate the video one way or the other. It really helps me out if you do that. It gets me listed in better places. So until next time, guys, I will see y'all later.